What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have the Beyblade Metal Series 4D Scythe Kronos Tornado 125 Eternal Defense Spike. This is a stamina type release from the 4D series in Metal Fight. That's pretty much all I have to say. This is a starter, meaning it comes with a light launcher 2, and these are pretty good. You can get some good launches out of them, but the issue is, especially with reproductions like this one, they break super easily, and in a lot of cases, really fast as well. So it's nice to have a handful of these on hand if you can help it, or better yet, just get a string launcher that will last a lot longer. On the side of the box here, just explains the hybrid wheel system, shows the Beyblade smacking Basalt Herogium there, and talks about the EDS tip, which I will get into. On the back, you've got a part-by-part, as well as the explanation of the 4D gimmick on this Beyblade, because this Beyblade has a mode change that I'll also get into. The recommended combo, which is, it's obviously Scythe. I think that clear wheel, help me out here, guys. I think that looks like, shoot, that might be Orso. I think that's Orso. I could be wrong. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what any of this says, but it's on 90 rubber spike. On this side, explains the 4D system, which once again, I'll get into. So this side here, there's a little piece of tape. Cut that off. There should be another on, nope. All right, guess it's just that one. All right, forgive me, I had to make a cut. I nudged my keyboard when I moved the box to the side, and my computer turned on. But regardless, you open up these flaps, like I was gonna get at, and then all the goods are right there. I'm gonna set the box aside and hopefully not turn my computer on again this time. Please and thank you. So in here are the instructions, stickers, assembly tool, spin track, and performance tip. You got the winder for the launcher. I'm gonna keep the launcher and the winder in their packaging for now. I don't really have any use for them at the moment. So those are going to go just there, off screen. And then up in here is the main course, for lack of a better word. This is the Scythe wheel, Kronos clear wheel, and the face bolt. That's open. It's looking nice. So the Scythe 4D wheel is, as you can see, it's almost perfectly round. It is very thin. So according to the wiki, it's this thin because it's meant to retain stamina when it gets hit. And I don't know how effective that actually is, but I guess I believe it. And then it's got this purple plastic, this is called a PC frame on the metal wheel that can be flipped over for two different modes. So the metal here has these two slots, which align with these little notches on the bottom of the Scythe wheel, or on the bottom of the PC frame, my bad, which locks it in place. So this is locked just like that, and that's supposed to be able to make a pretty decent, contact as like a counterattack. It's not very effective just because the metal wheel is so much wider than it. But if you flip it over, it becomes freely spinning, just sort of, there we go. Just sort of sits there, and if it does get hit, it free spins to sort of absorb that impact, which is, once again, I don't know how effective that is just because of how small the PC frame is, but I feel like if I were to use Scythe, I would use it in the free spinning mode just in case. Moving on, we've got the Kronos clear wheel. This is nothing too special, really. It's got these two sort of sides here as the shape, which is pretty sweet. It looks nice, but overall, I don't know how much this provides competitively, just because it's somewhat light. It's round, but not round enough to like justify actually using it as like stamina or defense. It does look like it could be used on Flash in a pinch, but overall, I think I would prefer to use something like Orion or Kados or Pegasus 3, sorry, on Flash. So overall, obviously not bad. There's no reason necessarily to not use it. I would definitely take it over something a lot lighter, like shoot, I don't know. Gemios comes to mind, but Gemios does have use on Vulcan. So, whatever. It's conditional. Opening up the rest of this. Just getting the stickers out for later use. Now we have Tornado 125 as the spin track. It's nothing special. 125 isn't... it's not bad as far as I know, but it's not like exceptional either. There's alternatives out there that I would assume are a lot better than T125, but I guess you could use it in a pinch. This could make some interesting attack combos on like R square F or RF. It might be a usable height for attack. I don't know. Moving on is the EDS tip. This thing is really interesting. So this reminds me a lot of CS or Coat Spike in the sense that it's, you know, this little spike here in the center, and then it's flat, moving outward. Now this does look like an updated mold. I did buy this to replace my old Scythe Kronos where the EDS actually broke. But it looks like it juts out a lot further. Here, I don't know if putting it against my hand helps, but it looks like it juts out a lot further than my old one did, and I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but I'm open to see. But this little piece on the inside is free spinning, hence the name Eternal Defense Spike. This is, I think it's intended to be an upgrade of the Defense Spike tip that came on Hell Kerbex. Judging by the fact that they have the same name, I would assume so. But I don't know. It's a fun tip to use. I don't draw too much connection between this and the regular Defense Spike, just because they're not very similar in my opinion. But what's fun about this tip is because of the way it's shaped, if it gets hit the right way or it angles wrong on the stadium, this thing goes crazy. It spins around in circles around the stadium, and it doesn't stop until it hits something, which I like to think is the reason my old one broke, because it was just like sort of a crack down the middle of this centerpiece here. But I don't know. I just picked it up one day and I said, "Huh, there's a big ass hairline crack running right down the center of that." I'm gonna put this together now. Oh, that might not be good, actually. This is a tight fit in the metal wheel. I don't know if that's an issue with the track or with the wheel itself. It is an issue with the wheel itself. You can sort of see there's just two little bits of metal that sort of stick out there. I don't know how I'm going to deal with those, but those make it a tight fit, which is... I mean, it's okay because, like I said, I have another Scythe wheel on hand, but that is something to keep in mind if you're buying reproductions, otherwise known as mid-fakes in the community. Sometimes they will have small defects like that, which can sometimes be a little detrimental, but otherwise they're not really a huge worry. So there's Scythe Kronos all put together. I'm going to put the stickers on here now, and I'll be right back. And there we go. The stickers are on. This bad boy is looking nice. I have the free spinning side up right now, but on the bottom of the Scythe, funny enough, there are stickers so that it's still a little flashy when the Scythe is locked. Now, these are a lot less noticeable, but there are these little yellow accents here, which are... sort of interesting. I don't know. They kind of clash with the purple, especially when you can see the bottom side of the stickers on the other side. But I don't know. I don't really see them very much when it's spinning, which is... Whoa. Okay. Lights just flickered in my room, unless I hallucinated that, and I don't even know. Anyway, that might be concerning, but whatever. I will say I prefer it with the free spinning side up. I just think it's the detail's a lot nicer. It's a lot more noticeable. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm going to get out my stadium and I'll do a little test spin to end off the video, and I'll see you guys there. All right, this is like my third take of doing this, and I already lost one of the stickers on the PC frame. So that brings me to another thing that I've been wanting to say is when it comes to repros, these stickers are very much hit or miss, and they usually miss. So you shouldn't get like too attached to them because they fall off very easily. Now, if I can find the one that fell off, I would really appreciate that, but it blends in with my floor really well, apparently, because I'm not seeing it. That being said, though, I'm going to do a test spin with a fair warning. Again, I have not been able to get it to do the thing where it moves around a bunch. I don't know what's going on with this specific copy of EDS, but it's not doing it. Once again, I'm just going to try more and more. If I get it this take, I'm probably going to put that in the video. If I don't get it this take, I'm still probably going to put it in the video because it's worth knowing. But another thing is, it looks like it got pushed in just a little bit. I don't know if it's still free spinning, but whatever. In 3, 2, 1. So that's pretty much what it's been doing. Given that it's a stamina type, you can't really expect too much else. But that's pretty much what it's been doing when I flick it. It's not doing the thing. I've tried launching at an angle. I've tried tilting. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get right there. But oh, okay, shit, I dropped it. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get right there. So you sort of saw it. I don't know if tilting the stadium helped. I don't even know if that got on camera is what I'm meaning to say, but whatever. Just one more. I'll try it. Actually, you know what? I just got an idea. I'm going to try doing this in my 0G stadium. I still have that out from when I recorded the Archer Griff unboxing. So, maybe in here. Okay. Now, I can't tell if that was it doing the thing or if that was just classic 0G stadium bullshit, but regardless, I'm being really negative about this. I'm being very negative about this. I'm actually glad to have this back in my collection. Overall, I will say this is probably worth buying if you want to risk getting the same defects that I did on this one. But I did mainly get this to replace the spin track and tip because they both broke on my last one. That's pretty much all I have. If I think of anything else, I'll record it and I'll edit it in after this. But that's all I got for today. Have a good day, stay happy, and I'll see you in the next one.